Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Germana and today we are going to see 6 useful expressions that you can use to ask for information in Italian. Are you ready? Let's get started! As you probably already know, there exist 2 different registers that you can use to speak with others, that correspond to 2 different levels of politeness, that are formal, which is formale, and informal, which is informale. In this lesson, I'm going to show you some fixed forms that you can use to start a conversation with someone, depending on these registers. First of all, before you ask for information, I highly recommend that you greet the person you're speaking to. So if you want to learn how to greet a person in Italian or you want to refresh your speaking skills, you can check out this video. Okay, let's start with the formal register first. Number 1. You can start with "Mi scusi, sa dirmi per favore?" Of course, the final per favore is optional. You can use it or not, depending on how much you want to sound polite. Suppose you're at the airport and you're wondering what gate your flight departs. Once you've found the right information desk, you may ask "Mi scusi, sa dirmi qual è la porta d'imbarco del mio volo, per favore?" But if you want to sound even more polite, you can use the conditional form of the verb sapere, which is saprebbe. So you can say "Mi scusi, saprebbe dirmi qual è la porta d'imbarco del mio volo, per favore?" I personally use these 2 forms a lot, but sometimes I tend to emphasize my request for information by saying "Mi scusi, un'informazione" and then "saprebbe dirmi per favore" or "sa dirmi per favore." An example in this case is "Mi scusi, un'informazione. Saprebbe dirmi qual è la porta d'imbarco del mio volo, per favore?" Or "Mi scusi, un'informazione. Sa dirmi qual è la porta d'imbarco del mio volo, per favore?" There exists another formal way that you can use to ask for information, which is "Mi scusi, posso chiederle per favore?" Also in this case, the final per favore is optional. So suppose you're at a restaurant and you want to ask for the bill, you may say "Mi scusi, posso chiederle il conto per favore?" Another formal way, but a little bit less formal than number 1 and 2, is "Mi scusi, vorrei sapere per favore." As the previous examples, the final per favore is optional, but since this form is less formal in and of itself, I suggest that you use it to make it sound more polite anyway. So suppose you want to know where the closest taxi rank is located, you may ask "Mi scusi, vorrei sapere dove si trova la stazione taxi più vicina." There is another way that you can use to ask for information in Italian, which I would say is located in the middle between the formal and the informal register. And that is "Mi chiedo se" or "Mi chiedevo se" or even "Mi stavo chiedendo se." An example is "Mi scusi, mi stavo chiedendo se il bus numero 9 passa di qui. Sa dirmi se è la fermata giusta?" Okay, let's now move to the informal register. Number 5. Scusa, per caso? So suppose you are in an informal situation, like the entrance of a rock concert, and you want to ask someone passing by how much is the ticket for the concert. You may ask, "Scusa, per caso sai dirmi quanto viene il biglietto?" Your tone of voice is friendly, and so your approach, because you don't want to sound too serious. This is the perfect way to ask for information informally without being too much straight to the point. But if you're looking for something straighter, example number 6 is the perfect deal for you. Scusa, sai se... This is a way too informal and straight than example number 5, and you can adopt it in any situation where you feel comfortable with the person you're talking to. So suppose you're at a dinner with your friends and you want to ask one of them if there's a free parking next to the pub you're going to later on. You may ask, "Scusa Antonio, sai se c'è il parcheggio gratuito fuori dal pub?" Good! That's all for today's lesson. These are only some examples that you can adopt in any situation and context, depending on how much you feel comfortable with the person you're talking to. I hope you learned something, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me for information in the comment section down below, using the register that you feel more comfortable to use with me. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter account. See you next time. Ciao!